In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 NHL games happening on November 12, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Boston Bruins versus St. Louis Blues. The Boston Bruins will be traveling to St. Louis to face off against the Blues at the Enterprise Center. Boston currently holds a record of 7-2, while St. Louis has a slightly worse record of 7-8. These two teams met twice during the previous season, with each team securing one victory in their respective matchups. In the past 10 encounters between these teams, Boston has been the more successful side, winning 6 out of the 10 games. However, St. Louis has struggled offensively this season, which has been a major factor in their subpar performance. Over the last 9 games, the Blues have scored 2 or fewer goals in 6 of them, which indicates their inability to generate consistent offensive output. As a result, the Blues are ranked 25th in goals scored per game and 30th in shots per game, which highlights their struggles in creating offensive pressure. Defensively, things have not been much better for St. Louis. They rank 27th in goals allowed per game and 24th in shots allowed per game, indicating significant weaknesses on both ends of the ice. Both of these teams have shown inconsistency this season, which makes it difficult to predict the outcome with certainty. Although the Blues offer value with the plus money, the potential return does not seem sufficient given the current circumstances. The Bruins have been playing better overall hockey, and the Blues are coming off 2 consecutive blowout losses in which they allowed a staggering 12 goals in total. The Bruins have managed to win 4 of their last 5 matchups against the Blues, and considering the current form of both teams, it does not appear that the Blues will turn things around quickly enough. With this in mind, the Boston Bruins money line is our full game side pick. St. Louis offensive struggles this season have been particularly concerning. As previously mentioned, they have failed to score more than 2 goals in 6 of their last 9 games. This is reflected in their overall ranking, as they sit at 25th in goals per game and 30th in shots per game. Boston has also struggled offensively this year, but to a slightly lesser extent. The Bruins have scored 2 or fewer goals in 7 of their last 10 games, and their ranking in terms of offensive output is similarly disappointing. Boston is currently 26th in goals per game and 23rd in shots per game. Despite these struggles, both teams continue to face significant challenges in their offensive production. Furthermore, recent trends suggest that the total for these games has been leaning toward the under. The total has finished under in 4 of Boston's last 5 games, as well as in 4 of St. Louis' last 5 games played on Tuesdays. Additionally, St. Louis has been dealing with several key injuries to important offensive players, which only adds to their struggles. Given that both teams are averaging just 2.5 goals per game, it seems unlikely that we will see a high-scoring affair. As a result, under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Islanders versus Edmonton Oilers. It's an interconference matchup on the ice as 2 teams aiming to secure a much-needed victory face off in Alberta. The New York Islanders are traveling to the West Coast to challenge the Edmonton Oilers on Tuesday evening. The Islanders are coming off a tough 4-3 overtime loss at home to the New Jersey Devils in their most recent game, which took place Saturday night. On the other hand, the Edmonton Oilers secured a dominant 7-3 road victory over the Vancouver Canucks in their last outing, also on Saturday evening. Looking back at the last 10 meetings between these two teams, the Oilers hold a 6-3 advantage, although the Islanders were able to grab a 3-1 win in their most recent encounter on December 19, 2023. Typically, home teams enjoy a clear advantage over visiting teams in the NHL, but that trend doesn't hold true in this matchup. The Islanders have posted a 4-3 record on the road so far this season, while the Oilers have struggled with a 2-5 record at home in the 2024-2025 campaign. Despite their home struggles, however, Edmonton has been particularly dominant in this head-to-head series when playing on home ice. In their last 5 home games against New York, the Oilers have posted a perfect 5-0 record, outscoring the Islanders 17-8 in those contests. With a potent offense that seems poised to break out, the Edmonton Oilers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The New York Islanders head into this contest having seen the overhit in 9 of their 15 games so far this season, with a 9-5-1 record in total. The Islanders have averaged 5.53 total goals per game, a number that dips slightly to 5.13 goals per game when playing on the road. Meanwhile, the Edmonton Oilers have had a different trend, with the under hitting in 10 of their 15 games this season, giving them a 10-4-1 mark in favor of the under. The Oilers' average of 5.87 goals per game drops to 5.38 goals per game when they are on the road. Despite having one of the league's most potent offenses, the Oilers' recent head-to-head matchups with the Islanders have been more defensively oriented, with the under hitting in 6 of the last 10 games between the two teams, including the last 5 games played in Edmonton, where only an average of 5 total goals per game was scored. When we turn our focus to the Islanders' recent form, the under has been hitting in 3 of their last 10 games, with their defense allowing 3 goals or fewer in 5 of their past 6 games on the road. For the Oilers, the under has also been a strong trend, with an 8-2 mark in their last 10 games, with those contests averaging just 5.5 goals per game. Given both teams' recent performances, it's likely this game will evolve into a tightly contested defensive battle. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Calgary Flames versus Vancouver Canucks. The Calgary Flames are set to face off against the Vancouver Canucks, with both teams eager to build on their promising starts to the season. The Flames currently hold a record of 7-5-3, placing them roughly in the middle of the Pacific Division standings. Meanwhile, the Canucks are performing slightly better, with a record of 7-3-3. And an impressive run of 7 wins in their last 10 games, positioning them in 3rd place in the division. Both teams are looking to continue their solid performances as they meet in this matchup. The Calgary Flames have performed well against the puck line while on the road this season, with a record of 5-3. On the other hand, the Vancouver Canucks have struggled in this regard, posting a dismal 1-5 record against the puck line when playing at home. Additionally, the Canucks have been less successful as favorites in recent games against the Flames, recording just a 2-5 mark against the puck line in their last 7 home games versus Calgary dating back to 2015. Considering the Canucks' injury situation, particularly the absence of Brock Boeser, I believe they are being overvalued in this matchup. With Boeser sidelined, Vancouver's offensive firepower could take a significant hit, leading to a closer game than expected. The Vancouver Canucks entered this contest on the heels of a disappointing loss to the Edmonton Oilers, during which they allowed 7 goals. However, it's worth noting that they had won their previous 3 games, all of which were played on the road. At home this season, the Canucks have been far less effective, posting a record of just 1-2-3, while also allowing 17 goals in their last 3 home games. Meanwhile, the Calgary Flames will be playing in the second half of a back-to-back, having faced off against the Los Angeles Kings the night before. While Calgary has not been playing particularly well in recent weeks, the Canucks' struggles at home make it difficult for me to confidently pick them, especially with the Flames dealing with the fatigue of a back-to-back. Therefore, the Vancouver Canucks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In terms of the over-under for this matchup, the Vancouver Canucks finished the 2023-2024 season with a 3-6-2 record against the Pacific Division when favored at home. The Calgary Flames, on the other hand, have a 2-5-1 over-under record on the road this season. Both teams have had difficulty generating consistent offense, and while the Flames have had issues allowing shots on goal, their goaltending has generally been able to compensate for these struggles. With both teams having reliable netminders, I expect most of the shots they face to be kept out of the net, leading to a lower scoring game. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Columbus Blue Jackets versus Seattle Kraken. The Columbus Blue Jackets are set to face off against the Seattle Kraken, with both teams looking to bounce back from challenging seasons. Currently, the Blue Jackets have a 5-7-2 record, and their struggles are evident, especially after suffering 5 consecutive losses. As a result, they find themselves near the bottom of the Metropolitan Division standings. On the other hand, the Seattle Kraken are slightly better off with a 6-8-1 record, but they have only managed to secure 3 wins in their last 10 games. This puts them in a similar position near the bottom of the Pacific Division, as they also look to turn things around. Recently, the Blue Jackets have been struggling to put together a strong performance, particularly on their West Coast road trip, which tends to be a tough challenge for teams in the Eastern Conference. The Kraken, however, have been playing much better hockey at home, which has been a source of confidence for them. In goal, Daccord has been steady, and his reliable play in net is expected to help keep the Blue Jackets' offense in check. Given these factors, this matchup presents a bit of a tricky situation for Columbus, but with Seattle coming off a morale-boosting victory over Vegas and playing at home, they seem well positioned to handle the Blue Jackets. Additionally, the Kraken have had the upper hand in recent head-to-head matchups with Columbus, with the Blue Jackets currently struggling to find their rhythm and failing to capitalize on opportunities. It seems likely that Seattle will take care of business in this game. Therefore, the Seattle Kraken money line is our full game side pick. Both the Blue Jackets and the Kraken have been having difficulty generating offense this season. Both teams rank below the league average in power play efficiency, which is a critical factor in scoring goals in the NHL. As a result, it's expected that both teams will have a tough time finding the back of the net. On top of that, Daccord has been performing admirably in goal this season, and his strong play is anticipated to limit the number of goals scored by Columbus. Given these factors, it's likely that this game will be a low-scoring affair, with a final score in the range of 3-1 or 3-2. Because of this, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.